Jai Shri Ram.
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 I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Shri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Shri Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically to this Ram-powered satsang at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. A huge welcome to Lord Shri Ram. We are 4 hours away from India, yes? And pran pratishtha was done at early this morning, and Lord Ram has made his way to the Sri Narayan Dham on the African continent. He is currently present in this satsang, as I promised you, and that feeling, that neutralized mind that you have, that feeling that you have that you cannot identify, is the presence of Lord Shri Ram at this satsang. He's been here the whole morning. His potencies were felt here the whole morning. We had a feeding, and just before that I want you to observe a few seconds of silence. A devotee from the ashram and a family member and a grandmother to my grandchildren, Shoba, passed on, and the funeral was on Saturday. She left this earth in a very auspicious time, and I pray that Lord Ram captures her and sends her straight to Vaikunth. Then we had somebody else pass away in the shelter. What's his name? Surname? At the shelter where we are associated with, the Sri Narayan Dham is associated with a gentleman by the name of Kevin Pillay, passed on last week, and for his memorial service which was held today, the Sri Narayan Dham provided 130 meals to the residents of that shelter in tribute of Kevin Pillay. So Lord Ram doesn't miss you even if you're living in a shelter. That is the potency of the Supreme Lord. Today I want to declare that Sanatan Dharma has eventually re-established itself in all its might and strength on this planet Earth. Today, all the false philosophies in Sanatan Dharma, all the fake branches of Sanatan Dharma, all the disinformation by scholars who perceive to be experts on Sanatan Dharma, all the fake gurus that proclaim themselves to be gurus of Sanatan Dharma, today everyone got exposed. All perceptions of Sanatan Dharma across the globe was extinguished today. All religions, all those pastors that have been ridiculing Sanatan Dharma and idol worshipping for the past few years, especially here in South Africa, that ridicule will never happen again, because the entire world, Christian, Muslim, around the globe, not only witnessed but participated in the pran pratishtha of Lord Shri Ram. So that notion that idol worshipping is worshipping the devil cannot exist anymore. And this has been eradicated today, that idol worship is an exact and an absolute science. Idol worship is an exact and an absolute science. So today was a big day in Sanatana Dharma. Today, every misconception about Sanatana Dharma has been eradicated. There is no person on any part of the globe, anywhere in the world, can make one accusation against Sanatana Dharma. It is over. And also within Sanatana Dharma, all the branches, all the philosophies, Dvaita, Advaita, all these philosophies have crashed. I saw those gurus. They were there in the Ram Mandir. Those same gurus that created diversions in Sanatana Dharma, for them to have been in Ayodhya today and for them to have recognized Lord Ram. I heard the interviews. Huge contradiction in what they preach to the followers and their acceptance of the invitation at the Ayodhya Mandir today. And there's another institution that's around the world, was very silent. Another Vaishnavite institution that claims to be a Vaishnavite institution was very silent today. Was very, very silent today. So I've been preaching for many years now and stating that if you want the absolute truth as per the Vedas, then it is only found in the Sri Sampradaya. It is only found in the Sri Sampradaya. There is no diversion. As the Vedas was compiled by Veda Vyas, Lord Shri Ramanuj re-established that Vedas without changing a comma or a full stop. And I am giving you that Vedas of Lord Shri Veda Vyas, Lord Shri Ramanuj, as it really is. As it really is. So today, Lord Ram, in his divinity, in his potencies, has taken his place at his birthplace in Ayodhya again. And if you go on the internet, if you go on Google, and this was before this frenzy, this revolution, every day the word Ram was found 2 billion times on the internet. 2 billion times. In these couple of weeks, I can't count how many billion times the word Ram appeared. And I stated previously in 2 or 3 satsangs that after today, there'll never be that surge of spiritual potency on this planet Earth or in this universe that we are living in until 427 years have passed when the Kalki avatar is going to actuate himself. And these are statements that I make, and these are guarantees that I give you, because Lord Shri Ram is part and parcel of the Sri Sampradaya. If you notice the tilak on Lord Ram's forehead, Hanuman Baba's forehead, Mother Sita's forehead, Lakshman's forehead, Bharat's forehead, and Shatrughn's forehead, that same tilak you are seeing on my forehead, on my Guru's forehead, and Lord Shri Ramanuj's forehead. We are the real thing. We are the authentic Sanatan Dharma. See that dot? No deviation. Original tilak from Lord Ram right up to the Sri Narayan Dham, the presiding Guru, myself today. As there is no deviation in our tilak, there is no deviation in the absolute truth and the absolute Vedic knowledge that emanated from the Ramayana, the Upanishads, the Puranas to date. So you have merits to be born and to have witnessed, or just to have been alive, even if you did not witness anything, just to be alive today. You have merits from many, many, many lifetimes. I also want to take this opportunity to thank 3 people for making all of this possible. Sri Narendra Modi, had he not been the Prime Minister of India, the Ayodhya temple would not have been built in this era. Amit Shah and Yogi Adityanath. Yogi Adityanath is the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, wherein the Ayodhya temple is situated. It is these 3 divine souls, handpicked by Lord Shri Ram himself. Nothing is a coincidence in Sanatan Dharma. Nothing is a coincidence in Sanatan Dharma. Lord Ram picked these 3 individuals and placed them in the government of India, so that this temple, after 500 years, could come into being. It is a day not to be forgotten. It is an era to be remembered up until your last days. Take this potency home. The word Ram has millions of meanings, which includes Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, the creator, the maintainer, and the destroyer. And there is nothing more powerful than the potency of the Supreme Lord. The Lord's name is scientific, it is spiritual science, and as you repeat the name Ram, 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 Ram continuously, your entire essence will change from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. This is the uniqueness of Sanatan Dharma, disappearing and appearing, disappearing and appearing. It disappears quietly, it appears with a bang. It disappears quietly, it lives in the shade for a while, and it appears with a bang. This temple that has been constructed, there is no steel, no foundation. It is made according to Vedic architecture. And I stated on many discourses that everything appeared in the Vedas first, and then it appeared on this earth. This architecture of the temple, no steel, no foundation, and a guarantee that it would last for 1,000 years, and it will accommodate earthquakes. It will accommodate earthquakes. This architect is the Supreme Lord Himself. This architect is the Supreme Lord Himself. As He constructed your body, He left plans for everything else to be constructed on this planet Earth. There is no civil engineering company that can give you a 1,000-year guarantee. No civil engineering company. Remember, this building is floating on the ground itself. This is the marvel of Sanatana Dharma. This is the marvel of Sanatana Dharma. That is why I state continuously that Sanatana Dharma is not a religion. Don't look at it as a religion. It is the absolute science that is existing on this planet Earth. So one of the reasons Lord Ram entered the material atmosphere was to teach man how to worship the Murti of Ranganatha. Who is Ranganatha, Tivashne? Tivashne? Who is Ranganatha? Ranganatha is one of the forms of Lord Vishnu. And this Murti is a timeless Murti. Millions and millions of years ago, it came into the Ikshvaku dynasty. And when Lord Ram entered the material atmosphere in Treta Yuga, he wanted to show man how to worship this Murti. And this Murti, it was instructed that this Murti go to Sri Lanka. And when it passed Tamil Nadu, it refused to move. It refused to move. And at that spot, the Sri Rangam temple was constructed. At that spot, the Sri Rangam temple was constructed. And seated next to that Murti of Sri Ranganatha is the body of Lord Shri Ramanuj. And Lord Shri Ramanuj's body is 1,000 years old. Lord Shri Ramanuj's body is 1,000 years old. It is placed behind the Murti of Sri Ranganatha, and I had the opportunity to view and witness this personally. I saw this myself. 6 days in a row, I went to this Murti and I saw both the body of Lord Ramanuj and the Murti of Sri Ranganatha in the Sri Rangam temple. Do you understand what I am explaining to you? Lord Ramanuj is the incarnation of Lakshman. Lord Ramanuj is the incarnation of Lakshman. Who is Lakshman? He is the brother of Lord Ram, who entered the material atmosphere with Lord Ram in Treta Yuga. And then he came again into the material atmosphere 1,000 years ago. And he re-established the Vedas once again in line with Veda Vyas. And we, Lord Ramanuj is our Adi Guru. Lord Ramanuj is our Adi Guru. And from Lord Ramanuj, the Sri Sampradaya was established once again in its absolute and purest form. And it continues to exist in India and around the world and at the Sri Narayan Dham. So when you want Vedic information, when you want absolute knowledge, you are only going to find it in the Sri Sampradaya. You are only going to find it in the Sri Sampradaya, because this knowledge has been subsequently doctored. To suit particular people and to appease particular people and particular communities. The Sri Sampradaya only appease the Supreme Lord. Only appeases the Supreme Lord. So if anyone in the world want pure Vedic knowledge, then you can only get pure and absolute Vedic knowledge from the Sri Sampradaya. And all the works of Lord Shri Ramanuj. So I want to ask Lord Ram to bless all of you that's present here today. Remember, it is through His will that whoever is here today. And it is through His will that whoever is not here today. This invitation and your being seated here today for this satsang is a direct and a personal invitation from Lord Shri Ram Himself. So I want to bless all of you. Leave all your aches and pains here at this ashram. We have capacity to neutralize it. We have capacity to take all your aches, all your pains. And this is why I asked you to come today. You know, there's something called a presidential pardon. Have you heard of the presidential pardon? In prison, many prisoners are released due to a presidential pardon. They released not because they deserve to be released through a parole system. The rest of you are here on a parole system, all the devotees of this ashram. But today, through presidential pardon, of which I have no say in, leave your stress, leave everything that's troubling you, leave it here. You have a Ram pardon today. Lord Ram pardons you, all of you today. Leave your problems at the feet of Lord Shri Ram. Those of you that's going to be coming for Aarti, you leave it at the Guru's feet, and the Guru will deliver it to Lord Ram. And those of you that's not going to be coming to Aarti, automatically your problems will be solved tonight. Guaranteed. 100% guarantee. Jai Shri Ram.